What if Napoleon had access to nuclear technology? History remembers Napoleon Bonaparte as a man of ambition, a general who sought to reshape Europe by the sword. But what if the sword wasn't his only weapon? What if, in a hidden corner of the French Empire, he unlocked the secret of the atom? More than a century before the rest of the world dared to imagine it, beneath the marble streets of Paris, legends tell of a forgotten laboratory and a project that never officially existed. Atmosphere, the hum of static, rain dripping, metal resonating faintly. The year is 1803. Napoleon's empire is expanding, and with it, his appetite for discovery. He funds every scientist, every chemist, every engineer who can promise him power. Shipments begin to arrive at the École Polytechnique. Crates marked as Bohemian crystals, minerals from the East. But inside are stones that glow, not phosphorescent, not gaslight. Something alive, a faint electric blue, pulsing softly when storms gather above the city. A professor named Etienne Lefebvre, once dismissed for his alchemy, is recalled from obscurity. His journals speak of la flamme consciente, the conscious flame. He believes these crystals are fragments of a new element, one that feeds on electricity. Napoleon, fascinated by the promise of endless energy, invites Lefebvre to demonstrate. In a copper-lined chamber, the professor places a single shard under a lightning rod. When the bolt strikes, the walls melt like wax. The air hums with power. Observers describe a sun blooming indoors. Napoleon does not flinch. He steps forward, eyes reflecting the blue fire. Le feu du soleil, he whispers. The fire of the sun. He orders the specimen secured and every witness sworn to secrecy. Within days, Lefebvre's name vanishes from the Academy's records. Only a note remains in Napoleon's own hand. The future of empires rests in illumination. What followed was not science, it was obsession. In the cellars beneath Les Invalides, Napoleon ordered the excavation of a vast chamber. The official blueprints listed as an experimental armory. The soldiers guarding it called it something else, Facility 47. Witness accounts from Paris archives describe crates of copper wire thicker than a man's wrist, and vats of unknown metal arriving under cover of night. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, selecting all notifications to continue receiving new chapters of the saga. The smell, one laborer wrote, was like burning storms. Within months, the first casualties appeared, workers coughing blood, skin pale, hair gone. They were told it was the dust. They called it the Emperor's sickness. In one intercepted letter, a general writes, "The men dream of blue suns rising under their beds. The walls breathe. We can hear the hum even when we sleep." Napoleon ordered Lefebvre to continue, even after the professor begged to stop. "France cannot retreat from the dawn," he replied. By 1810, rumors of a weapon had spread among foreign spies, a device small enough to fit within a cannonball, strong enough to erase a city. The British dismissed it as fantasy, but their ships began recording magnetic disturbances near the French coast. Compasses spun wild. Birds dropped from the sky. Then, abruptly, Lefebvre vanished. In the ruins of his home, a burnt notebook contained only one line. He wishes to command the fire that even the gods fear. In the summer of 1812, As Napoleon's army crossed into Russia, the sky changed. Travelers on the road to Smolensk reported a blue aurora glowing for hours, though no magnetic storm was recorded. Soldiers described an explosion so bright that shadows burned into the snow. Then, the temperature dropped. For 3 days, it snowed in midsummer. Napoleon's personal diary for that week, 10 pages, is missing. His physician later wrote that the emperor's skin had turned pale as marble and that his hands trembled, though he insisted he felt warmer than ever. The campaign collapsed soon after. Some historians say it was frost and starvation. Others whisper it was fallout. Returning to Paris, Napoleon ordered Project Soleil sealed. The facility's entrances were buried in concrete. Those who knew too much were reassigned or disappeared. Yet the hum beneath the city persisted for decades. Parisians complained of the singing stones. When his power finally waned, he demanded only one thing: that his belongings travel with him, the desk, the books, the sealed iron box. No one questioned why. The British ship that carried him to St. Helena was sealed at the hull. The crew was forbidden to touch his cabin door. 10 years later, every man who made that voyage was dead. Locals on the island reported strange phenomena. Fish washing ashore, sand glowing faintly blue, birds avoiding the cliffs where Napoleon walked. His doctor, Barry O'Mara, wrote a final, unpublished letter to London. The emperor's heart beats faster than the pulse of any man alive. At night his bed glows. Instruments fail when I approach him. The letter was confiscated. O'Mara was dismissed from service and never spoke again. Perhaps his exile was never political. Perhaps it was containment, the world's first quarantine of radiation. Strings swell, static rises, ticking returns faintly under wind. No fragment of Project Soleil was ever recovered. But in 1997, French oceanographers scanning the volcanic floor near St. Helena found metallic debris that emitted rhythmic bursts of heat. Every 88 seconds, perfectly timed. Analysis showed alloys unknown in the 19th century. The site was sealed. The data classified. Maybe Napoleon didn't lose at Waterloo. Maybe the world simply erased the moment it was supposed to end. Le feu du soleil, he called it. The fire of the sun. Still burning somewhere beneath the waves. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, selecting all notifications to continue receiving new chapters of the saga.